Η ψυχολογία των καταναλωτών, όπως είναι γνωστό, παίζει πολύ σημαντικό ρόλο στην όλη διαδικασία της οικονομίας, όλο τον κύκλο της οικονομίας, ιδιαίτερα τον τελευταίο χρόνο που βιώνουμε αυτό που όλοι αποκαλούμε χρηματοπιστωτική κρίση παγκοσμίως. Για να δούμε λοιπόν πώς καταγράφεται η ψυχολογία των Ελλήνων καταναλωτών με βάση τον δείκτη της εταιρείας Genworth Financial, η οποία ξεκινάει και την παρουσία της στην Ελλάδα. Συζητήσουμε για όλα αυτά με τον κύριο Peter Barrett, ο οποίος είναι διευθύνων σύμβουλος της Genworth. Hello, Mr. Barrett. Thank you for being with us on Capital TV. And my first question has to do about the pessimism of Greek people, because in this index I see that Greece is the third place between 14 European countries for their people feeling insecure about the future.
Yeah, well, this is the first year that we've added Greece. In fact, it's the third year that we've done the index. So it's very much the benchmark of consumer vulnerability here in Greece and in, as you say, the 13 other countries. We asked two simple questions, which is firstly whether you are experiencing financial difficulty presently with the economic situation, but also, and perhaps more importantly, whether you have optimism or pessimism towards the future, whether you think you may feel financially vulnerable going forward. When you combine the two and go through a complex scoring mechanism, as you said, quite surprisingly, Greece came third, in fact behind Ireland and Poland. Ireland were top, Poland was second, and Greece were third.
Why do you think that Greek people feeling so pessimistic? I suppose that you have already had some surveys on the Greek market.
We can only, I guess, interpret the results as to why the Greek people feel quite so vulnerable. Clearly, Greece, like many other countries, is suffering quite severe stress at the moment in its economic environment, and the unemployment is obviously raising, and that's also now spreading even into the public sector. So perhaps after so many years of sustained growth, consumers are now realizing that they are vulnerable, and there is also no hiding place from the economic stress that's sweeping across the economy. What we're particularly interested in is to see where the trend goes. So in some countries we're seeing, for example, in Italy and Portugal, we're seeing an improved consumer confidence. With Greece we don't yet know, because as I mentioned, it's the first year. So it'll be particularly interesting, I think, to also see where the index takes Greece over the next 12 and then 24 months' time.
So we've seen the effects and the consequences of the financial crisis globally, and we have also seen it on insurance sector. We saw some giants of insurance being collapsing, and my question is if the recovery that we are seeing coming steadily, if the recovery is also seen now on the insurance sector?
I think it is to a greater or lesser extent. What insurance companies have clearly had to do is ensure that they're focused in the areas and the risks that they're comfortable with and that they have deep knowledge in, to preserve the capital positions in order that we are able to meet the obligations of our policyholders. That clearly is absolutely the top priority. As we move forward, I don't think that will change necessarily. I think insurance companies are now starting to feel more confident about the future, but that is in large part due, I think, to two factors. First of all, what we're seeing through the economic stress is governments and state benefit systems continuing and in some cases accelerating the withdrawal of state benefits to the populations. That, coupled with the vulnerability that consumers are feeling, means that protection products, very much like Genworth Financial offer around the world, have never been more valued and therefore more in demand than they are through this economic cycle.
Genworth is coming in Greece, and the insurance market here has too many problems. Why did you choose to come here in Greece and in this difficult period?
Well, we think that there are opportunities. In fact, whilst we're launching formally our branch operation here in Greece, we've actually been here for a few years. In fact, 2004 is when we entered. We are a reinsurance model, and therefore we work very much with the insurance companies of many of the banks. And we saw an opportunity many years ago, and we see that for the reasons I've just explained, increasing and enhancing for consumers with protection needs that weren't being fulfilled within the Greek market.
There's a big discussion about the reforms in the social security system here in Greece. Are you expecting some benefits when these reforms will take place?
Well, I think that there is no doubt that, as I mentioned, governments are simply trying to balance the books, and there's not the money to go around, and particularly with the increased debt burden that the governments have, and I know Greece in particular is feeling that very much. So with that withdrawal from the affordability, if you like, of state benefits, then consumers will look more increasingly to insurance companies to fill that gap. And the sort of products that we develop and have done for over 40 years now in the European market, we think will have an increased suitability and attractiveness to the Greek market.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.